Welcome back to CamTech TV. Today's episode is going to be about LED lighting for your filmmaking, so stick around. Well, thank you for visiting the channel again. Today's episode is going to be about these YN300 Mark III versions from the company out in China. They're called Yongnuo. These are great LED lightings. They're 300 LED bulbs, and there are these. The ones that I purchased are bicolor, which are 3200K and 5500K temperature. Now let's go ahead and talking about the specifications of this light. As we said, the YN300, what it specifies is that there's 300 in LED bulbs. 150 of those are 3200 Kelvin and another 150 are the 5500K. Now, the Mark III version, what it means is that this is third generation of this light. What they did also with this one is that they added a AC power inlet, and basically they give you the option to control these lights via Bluetooth, and that the color rendition on this model is 95 plus. I've done some testing on these lights, and the color output, the color rendition, the color replication, it's very accurate. I can set my camera to certain 3200K and it's very warm. The whites are white. I can also set it to 5500K and I can have that daylight balanced scenario, or the white balance on the camera. Now when I mix them up, I haven't seen any shifts in colors, I haven't seen any magentas or greens being replicated in the wrong way. Skin tones are reproduced very naturally on my Nikon D750 and I haven't had any problems so far. Now on this specific model, on the earlier versions of the Yongnuo LED lights, they were able to be powered via AA batteries, but this one uses a AC power, which is a max of 3 amps. So if you have a cord that goes to your hard drives, basically you can use that long as it's not over 3 amps. It uses NPF style batteries, and from there the battery option I think is great because it's very affordable. There's different models of lights depending on your budget and also your needs. I bought the bigger one because I use these lights in a wedding scenario and I need them to be powered up for long periods of time. Now let's get into the button layouts. The power button doubles up as the power output. As well, when you turn it, you can go ahead and increase the power output of the light. On the right side, you have 4 buttons, one being the battery, the other one being the fine and coarse. The other side is for the channel and the 55 and 3200K. Now, to the battery, what it means is it lets you know how much battery you have left on that specific battery. If you go ahead and take the battery off and you're powered via the AC power, it's going to give you a D and then I guess some other, or DC power, direct power. So basically from there, the fine and coarse button, the fine, what it means is that when you turn your power knob, it's going to adjust your power by single digits. If you use coarse, it'll go up by 10. Okay, now over to the channel button. This lights what they include is 8 different channels, so you can have different amounts of lights on different channels, and you can control those via the controller or through the application of the phone. The 32 and the 5500, it means to control the amount of light that is being increased or decreased on that specific color temperature. Now the application for the phone, you can download it for iOS. I'm not 100% for Android, but I do have the application for iOS. I'm pretty sure you can for Android. So you have your lights here. And on the application, you can control all the channels from 1 through 8. So I go ahead here to channel 1. I can go ahead and turn that one on. As you can see, that it's very snappy. And you can control it with the phone up to 45 meters. And good line of sight. Go to channel 2, I can go ahead and control that as well. And then from there, you can adjust your power output. We're gonna go ahead and turn this one back on. This one's set to 51, and as you can see, it's going up as I go up. And it's very snappy. It's something that it works very well. It hasn't failed me yet. And you know, to carry so much stuff on your pockets when you're at a wedding or some type of recording, phones are always in our pockets, so it doubles up for the remote for that. Now, the color rendition, like I said, it's very great. This is one of the reasons why I purchased this light, because of the great output and the color that it reproduces is phenomenal, especially for the price point. Some of these lights, you know, like Westcott, they have very expensive LED lights. I'm pretty sure that they're much better than these, but to getting started into any type of filmmaking where you're going to need lighting, we can always go with some inexpensive lightings to be able to get us going and to be able to get the job done for what we're looking for. Now, I'm going to go ahead and shoot some shots around the office here, and I'm going to let you guys see what these lights can produce. So you can see the skin tones. I'm going to go ahead and set them to their let's just say their native color, which is 3200K and 5500K, and then I'll give you some test shots or some viewable shots of them mixed together and what kind of output that they have. And down in the video in the corners, I'll put the camera settings so you guys can have a visual understanding of those. Alright guys, in this little clip we're using the YN300 inside of a 28-inch Apollo softbox. Basically this is the umbrella style. I'll give you guys a little view of it now, but the light is being reflected on the inside. It's at 5500K. It's being diffused and it's giving me this lighting scenario. My settings are 4.5 ISO 800 shutter speed 1/50th, and as well we're using the 5500K or the daylight setting on the camera %. So all I'm going to do is going to adjust exposure and saturation, but I'm not going to do any color correction on the clip so you guys can see the rendition that this light gives. Alright guys, in this clip we're using the 3200 Kelvin on the light, and we're using the tungsten setting on the camera, so you guys can see more or less what this light is reproducing at the moment. The settings are the same, 4.5 ISO 800 and as well as the 50th of a shutter speed, and we're using the preset that is made by Nikon, that is a tungsten white balance, and we're using the 3200 Kelvin on the light at full power so you guys can see what this light reproduces. Alright, so in this scenario we're using the YN300. This is the one on channel 1, as you can see now. I'm turning it on and off, and we're using the second one on channel 2. As you can see, it's probably giving me a hair light, a little kicker light, which is accenting as blue. The reason for that is because I have my camera set to tungsten, and we have the light set to tungsten, the main light, which is lighting me now, and we have the other light on 5500K, which is giving us that nice blue rim light. So we have our scenario here where we would be, let's say if I'm the actor looking into the camera or looking onto the computer, and what we're getting is room lighting, which is normally tungsten, and we have some moonlight that's coming in from the rear, just to give you guys an understanding of how that can play out together. Alright guys, so basically I'm glad that you guys stuck around this long to see what these lights are able to do. If you have any questions regarding this, I'm going to be doing some later videos in a real world environments on how I use these lights, so be sure to stick around for that. If you have any other questions regarding these lights, make sure that you leave them down in the comments section guys, and if you did like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up on that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we're going to be doing weekly videos about photography and videography work. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you subscribe to our channel so you're updated on all of our future videos that we produce, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.